One of the things that breaks my heart today is to see so many jiu-jitsu academies that is run by the owner of the academy, by the professor. Some of them are successful. Some of them are not as successful as they wish to be. And when I say successful and not as successful as you want to be, I'm talking about the number of the student financially, because it takes a lot of effort, a lot of work to make that thing happen, right? But I have some friends that need some adjustments in order, I know some people that need some adjustments in order to grow their business. But the funny thing is, what I haven't seen lately, Jiu-Jitsu is such an amazing product. It's such an amazing activity that if you do okay in presenting that to the students, your academy can grow. And how many of my students, they have their own academy? How many of my friends, they have their own academy? Their academy, when it comes to the number of the students, they are doing well. But the reality is they're a slave out of their academy. They're a slave out of that business. They're a slave of teaching. Why? Because they spend all their time, all their energy. The business itself is not sustainable unless that person is there 24 hours a day. So you can grow your business, you can be successful, but the reality is we don't even have time. How many people are running a successful academy and don't even have time to go on a vacation, get a rest, or spend time with their family, or whatever that might be? Sometimes even to get a break, just to rest a little bit, right? To spend time with their family. They literally become a slave of that business. And what I have seen many times is this idea of, because you become a slave out of your business, and that is no longer giving you the freedom and the lifestyle that you thought you were gonna have in the beginning of your journey of Jiu-Jitsu, what happened is even your passion to learn Jiu-Jitsu and to teach Jiu-Jitsu is slowly start dissolving, and that academy become just like a regular job. Why? Again, it's because we have been consumed by the business itself. One of the things that I have been very intentional here at the academy is this idea. I went throughout this entire journey, right? I fell in love with Jiu-Jitsu. I started doing Jiu-Jitsu. Then I wanted Jiu-Jitsu for my lifestyle. And I started teaching somebody else academy twice a week. And that moved into every day of the week. And then slowly I started teaching 2 classes a day and taking over different programs. And it started growing. And eventually I was able to open my own academy. And the reality is, when I opened my academy, I was doing everything. I was doing the teaching, I was doing the cleaning, I was doing the marketing, I was doing the signups. And reality is, all my time and all my energy was being sucked in by that business. And it got on the point that I realized that if I kept on that trajectory, if I kept going on that direction, I knew that in a couple years from that time, Jiu-Jitsu would not even be a thing that I would be in love about, just because you're so trained about running that business. And one of the things that I start really focus all my attention, it was this idea of, I have to develop a team here within the academy. I have to create a methodology on how to teach. I have to create systems in order how to run the business. I have to create systems to help us in operation. And here's the reality. I love where Simon Sinek says in one of his books, he says like that: the leader is not in charge of the result. The leader is in charge of the people that produce the results. See, what happened is on the beginning of when I opened my academy, I was so overconsumed about the result, about the teaching, about growing the business, more students, and all of those things that would allow me to see the business from the outside. So I literally got sucked in by the do's and don'ts, by the daily grinding, that I couldn't really work on the business. I couldn't really see the business from a different way because all my energy was being sucked in by that teaching, by that cleaning, by contacting students, by signing up, by paying rent, and all the responsibilities that we know we have. What happened is I start stepping back for some of those responsibilities. And I start spending a lot of my time in creating leaders within the academy. Remember, the leader is not responsible of the results. The real leader is responsible for the people that produces the result. And what I start doing, and it's been working very well. When I look to other Jiu-Jitsu academies, they are doing the same thing. But it's not just Jiu-Jitsu academy. In any business that's being sustainable and successful, right? It's this idea of I have to start focus all my attention on developing new leaders. So I start focus on, man, I need to create new coaches. There's absolutely no way that I can be teaching 18 classes per week. I am physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted by running all these classes. And it doesn't matter how much I love to teach class, and I still do, it's just not sustainable. What happened is that was draining me so much that I couldn't really I couldn't really see the business the way the business needed. Honestly, I was spending so much time teaching and trying to grow the business that I didn't even have enough time for family, friends, and to do all the hobbies and all the activities. That was consuming the lifestyle of Jiu-Jitsu that I always dream of. So the way I started, my first step was I start developing new coaches. I need help with classes. I need assistant coaches, and I need other coaches to carry some of that weight of running classes.